How we doing out there, guys? Over there in Georgia. I am Mr. Volpe. I am here in Florida. I live in the St. Augustine, Jacksonville area. I used to teach at Georgia Northwestern, the Whitfield Murray campus, for about 3 years. And since moving to Florida, I've been able to stay on as an online instructor. So I'm happy to be with you all with Sonoraville High with Miss Stephanie, I believe. So I will be getting in touch with her every week. I'll be sending her these videos and my weekly announcement. And you guys can watch the video and read the announcement at the beginning of each week. And that's what these videos are. You see, they're not terribly high tech, or they don't have any bells and whistles or anything like that. It's just me in front of my phone putting in some FaceTime with you guys just to kind of explain what's going on at the start of each week. These are companion pieces to the announcement. So you will actually see an announcement in Blackboard for the week's material. So about this week, when you log into Blackboard, you will see on the left-hand side a menu list. And when we do readings, we are reading from two things. One is called the textbook. That's where our successful college composition exercises will come from. You'll see those exercises labeled SCC, short for Successful College Composition. So the SCC exercises, those are the ones that have to do with our modes of discourse, so our essay types, if you will. Our first one is narrative writing. So you will see in the SCC, I believe it is Chapter 3, Part 1. That is the narrative unit. I have a couple of exercises 2 and 3. You will complete, and you will see where the assignments are posted and the instructions and all that stuff. Those are in the shells in the weeks, in the folders, okay? So you'll see at the beginning, shell 1, week 1, and you will click in that folder in week 1, and you will see this week's assignments. So as I was saying, there's the SCC book, narrative exercises there, exercises 2 and 3. You don't have to do exercise 1. You probably should on your own, but I don't need to see it, okay? And you could use what you're doing in the narrative exercises as a foundation for your narrative essay, which will come next week. So more on that next week. Should say, though, the narrative, the broad topic that you want to consider is an especially life-altering moment. So like what you consider to be a big climactic, like turning point moment in your life. That is going to be the topic for your narrative, which we'll talk more about next week. Okay, so there's the SCC exercise. There's also in the reader, you will see the e-text, the reader, in that left-hand side menu listing there. The 1101 reader, okay? Click on that, and you'll go to the narrative unit, and there are 2 stories to read for this week. One is George Orwell's Shooting an Elephant, and the other one is called My Mother Never Worked by the author Bonnie Smith Yackle. I have discussion questions attached. Just you work on them on your own and turn them in. I think I have 2 questions there in the attachment. Okay, you'll see DQ1, the attachment there. So to recap, the SCC exercises 2 and 3. George Orwell, Shooting an Elephant, Bonnie Smith Yackle, My Mother Never Worked, those 2 discussion questions. And then finally is the no-show assignment. This is like our little warm-up discussion board assignment. We have to do them at the beginning of every semester to make sure that everyone is participating. And what I have you read, I think I gave this to Miss Stephanie a week or so ago, because I know you guys started on the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. College starts on the 16th. Is the resignation letter that the writer Barry Weiss wrote to the New York Times. Okay, it's a very revealing letter. Barry Weiss is a journalist whom I respect very, very much. And she felt that at her former employer, the New York Times, the environment there was becoming hostile to free thinking, let's say, that the New York Times seemed to have an agenda of a particular political persuasion, and basically, if you weren't saying the right things, towing the party line, so to speak, you were not received well there. And Barry Weiss had had enough of that and wrote this resignation letter to the New York Times. I think she wrote it to the chairman of the New York Times, as a matter of fact. So I had the attachment, the website, the link you will see under the no-show assignment heading. What I want you to do is, what do you think her main point is, if you had to locate it? Is it directly there stated? Is it implied? Okay, what do you think she's saying? What's the main idea? What's the thesis statement, the crux of her argument? What's the point that she's trying to make? That's number one. Number two, provide some supporting details. Okay, so how does she support her claim? 3 supporting details there. And then finally, number 3, state whether you disagree or agree with her argument. Now, you might not know the culture of the New York Times, but maybe think about it in terms of the media in general. She's really commenting on the state of media today. Certain legacy media sites, institutions, the New York Times, CBS, NBC, etc. So do you, kind of a way to opine about it, do you think that the media, generally speaking, seems to have some sort of an angle? Maybe they're not being objective. They claim they're objective. Perhaps they're not. So that is a way to kind of sink your teeth into what she is saying here. So you get full credit on this if you do the minimum word count. You have to give a 150 post, and then you have to address another classmate's post in a 100-word response. Okay, that's how you get credit for it. Okay, so the 3 things to do this week are in the Shell 1 Week 1 folder. The textbooks are the textbook. You'll see that link on the left-hand column in the menu listing there. That's the SCC book. And then go down about 5 or 6 options. You'll see the 1101 reader. That is where you'll find the George Orwell and Bonnie Smith Yackle pieces. And the Barry Weiss letter is attached at the no-show assignment. Okay. Other things, we have our syllabus, so you could get kind of an idea of how the point system, the percentage system works, what assignments are worth what. Essentially, we do reading, analysis, and essay writing. That's kind of the flow of the course. We're going to do narrative first, then we'll do descriptive, argumentative, and research. Okay. Those will be our essays. We'll revise each of those essays the second half of the term. So you'll get a chance to do some editing, revising, proofreading as well. Other things throughout the year, there will be journals that we write, little response pieces, and blogs. The blogs will be for extra credit. I will announce when these blogs and the journals, which are not extra credit, they're compulsory when they're assigned. Blogs and journals will be coming up in a couple of weeks. I will announce what is due. And that is that. What else do we have here? We have netiquette and ground rules. Just we want to make sure we address each other in a civil, mature way. That doesn't mean we can't be colorful and have some fun when we're talking to each other, but we just want to maintain the basics of civility and respect and all of that stuff, which should go without saying, but we have an internet culture and we all go crazy on the internet, and sometimes we transfer that into our professional academic endeavors, so we want to make sure we're not doing that. Syllabus, netiquette, ground rules. I think that about wraps it up. Okay. Emails. I try to answer my emails as quickly as I can because I want to get your problem resolved. All right. I don't like having outstanding problems. I doubt that you do either. It's customary to allow a 24-hour period response time. I try to flip them around as soon as I can. I also have a day job. I am a middle school English language arts teacher at a Catholic school in Jacksonville. So I do work Monday through Friday teaching in person. I have you guys remotely, and I also go to school myself. Okay, so a lot going on. So just please be patient if I'm not there immediately to answer your query, but chances are I will be pretty quick with turning it around. All right then, these videos, yeah, they tend to be about 10-15 minutes, so we're right in that sweet spot. And I don't think I have anything else to say. So welcome aboard. It's fall, soon enough, hopefully, end of September, I think, our fall semester. So let's have a good one. Hope you guys are doing okay out there with COVID and whatnot. Hope everybody is safe and healthy and happy as can reasonably be expected. And I look forward to talking to you again at the beginning of next week with another video. All right. Good to meet you. And yeah, catch you later.